Danny's a great player. He was always a leader on the field, and he always encourages those around him.
I just have so many memories of playing soccer with him, and I saw him grow and become a better player. Every single game, every single practice, he was trying his best. He always attacked the ball. He was a great forward.
He just knows how to act on the field and respect the parents and the players and the refs. He always influences the players on the field as well as off the field.
I remember in one game, he came on as centre forward, and in that game he scored a goal with his left foot, he scored a goal with his right foot, and he scored a header. And then he got sent off. So with Danny Smudge, you get the big picture.
The first part, it was really painful for like the first 5-10 minutes, and then I'm pretty sure I ripped out half the grass on that soccer field. But after that, it stopped hurting, everything went numb, and I was just more freaking out than anything.
It was a little bit more than a week in the intensive care unit, and we finally got a test that told us what had happened and where the issue was. And I still don't think we really recognized the gravity of the injury that Danny had sustained. He really has no feeling or movement below the rib cage.
Unfortunately, the diagnosis was going to be a spinal stroke, where one of the smaller arteries that supplies the spinal cord, the blood flow to that area is cut off. When one area of the spinal cord has its blood supply cut off, the entire aspect of the cord dies at that level.
I was on my back for a week and a half straight, and that was just like depressing for me a little bit, just because it was like, all right, I can't do anything on my own right now. Once I got to the rehab floor, it was just a big change of mentality, and it was more of like a, hey, look what I can do instead of what I can't do.
Describe Danny in 3 words.
His hair looks nice, and he's really nice to me, and I just like how he plays with me in basketball.
That's a lot of words.
48, 49, 50, didn't make it.
Danny's a really fun kid to hang around. He's so lighthearted, and he always has fun with his brother Jacob. Spending days with Danny always makes you have a more positive outlook on life, because his positivity is so contagious.
His personality sets him apart from the rest. He's like a role model, someone to look up to.
Well, now I started playing wheelchair basketball, which is pretty fun, takes up most of my time. Just starting to work out and hopefully getting back into that sports shape. It's been about 2 or 3 months now. The first few months was just really getting the hang of stuff. I was terrible, but now I'm starting to get the hang of things, and I'm getting stuff done, which is cool.
When I watch him play basketball, I think of really how far he's come, where he has started with the injury and what he couldn't do then, but what he's able to do now. Just his mobility and being able to move around in the chair and do different things. Watching him do figure eights while he's working out, with the team, and taking a sport seriously again and really putting in the effort to it is exciting to watch him play.
Looking back on this year, Danny's grown tremendously. Not being able to even get himself to sit up on his own after the injury, not being able to transfer from a bed into his wheelchair. When we look at what he's done now, he's gone through his entire freshman year of high school, wheeling himself around a campus, and did well academically. But I'd say the biggest growth that I've seen is it seems like the first 4 or 5 months after the injury, it was kind of just working on surviving. And I'd say the real growth now is in the last 7 or 8 months. it's more enjoying life. It's getting back out there to sports, to social events, being active and traveling, doing a lot of things. And so I think he's made tremendous progress. It's a feeling of optimism now, whereas it was really the last calendar year, it was a feeling of despair.
For me, I think a lot of growth has come definitely physically. And when I look at the things that he couldn't do before at the beginning of the injury, and how he's done now, just a lot of, we were joking the other day about the first shower taking over an hour and a half in the hospital, and showers now he's got down to 15 minutes on his own and very independent. So he's definitely grown a lot that way. Sorry. I like to think about how much he hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
He's the same kid he was a year ago. And I think about, and I'm grateful that he hasn't changed anything internally from himself. He hasn't changed as a person other than physically. Academically, intellectually, he's the same kid, doing the same kind of work that way. Socially, he's the same kid. He wants to go to the mall. He wants to hang out with his friends. He is your basic teenager, still argues with his parents. He has come a long way, but I like to think about how much he's still the same. And that's important for me.
My idol, wow. I'd probably say either my dad or my mom, really, just because how they've been through this whole process was really supportive and helpful in everything that I did. So it's kind of cool to take after them, and then maybe someday later when I have my own kids or I know some other people that are going through rough times, I can be there for them. Always look up in life. I mean, if you look down at things, you're going to stay down, so you just gotta find the good things in life and just kind of focus on those, and eventually things will get better.